Hey y'all, welcome back. It is me, BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to part 3 and 4 from Brad Williams' Fun Size. Someone said, Britt, can you start putting them together because there's so many parts? And I'm like, heck yeah. What a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it first. So, let's do it.
This stuff happens to me all the time. It happens in my normal life. It happens during shows. At a show not too long ago, a group of 4 women came to my show, and one of the women in this group of 4 has something that's called achondrophobia. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's a fear of little people, all right? And that shit is real, okay?
Achondrophobia.
It's real, and it's not, oh, he's kind of creepy. It's more like, what the fuck is that? Okay, like, it's nuts. Now, here's the best part of the story. The 3 friends brought this woman to my show, sat in the front row. All of them
didn't tell
knew
her
she had achondrophobia. And they were all just sitting there like, this is gonna be a hoot.
New friends.
Now, I'm all for a good practical joke. I love a good prank. Just warn me, okay? Send me a tweet, an email, something, so I know what's gonna happen.
All right, I mentioned this in my very first, either my first or second reaction to Brad, and all of you, there were no like, spoiler alert, Britt. Everyone was like directing me to the video, like, he talks about it, da-da-da-da-da. So, unfortunately, I knew this was coming. Y'all, I'm sure he's going to talk about John Stamos. Excuse me, because you guys have let me know that in the comments too. So shout out to all of you for letting me know instead of finding out by watching. It's fine. I'm not upset at all. Anyway, I talked about how I have since, I think, for the most part, overcome this phobia. I wouldn't be able to sit here and watch this had I not. And the only reason I can promise you overcome this phobia is because I had a friend like this. I have a friend, and he would make fun of me so bad, send me all kinds of content of little people, and I just had to get over it because every time I open my phone, he's sending me something to make me cry. Essentially, I was joking when I said new friends. These are the good kind of friends because they will keep you on your toes in life. They will keep you young. They will not let your fear hinder you from experiencing good and fun things in your life. But yeah, I mean, to know now that there is a real deal name to it perhaps could have helped me in life for many years. I mean, I have had to switch train cards and like just leave places because of my fear of like really hurting someone's feelings because of the fear that I really had. And it really did feel like that. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know, and I have arachnophobia. I have other like legit fears. So I knew it was legit because I would have those same kind of feelings. But to put a name to the face, my goodness. All right. Let's get to John Stamos, why don't we?
Okay? Send me a tweet, an email, something, so I know what's gonna happen. If I would have known that this woman was afraid of little people, I would have run on stage wearing a Viking helmet.
He would have turned that up. He would have jumped into her lap.
But I didn't
straddled her.
So I walk out on stage like I'm gonna do my normal show. I reach up to grab the microphone. Before I even touch the microphone, this woman stands up and in front of the entire audience just goes, Jesus Christ! Remember, I don't know why she's doing that. I'm trying to do a show. A woman yells, Jesus Christ. I start looking around. Is Tim Tebow here? So I look at her, I'm like, sweetheart, what is wrong with you? And she goes, I'm afraid of little people. All right? First of all, fuck you, okay? How could you be afraid?
It's real, y'all. It's so real.
How could you be afraid of little people? It's not like this shit is contagious, all right? I can't walk up to you, bite your knee, and you go, I'm melting. That doesn't happen. So I asked her, I said, why are you afraid of little people? I'm gonna tell you what she said. Just please understand this is what she said, okay? Not what I said. I didn't go home, I didn't write this down like, oh, I think this would be really funny. I don't think this is funny, but it's what happened. So here we go. I say, why are you afraid of little people? She goes, every time I see a little person, I just know they're gonna rape me. What the fuck?
That is the most illogical
at a
thing
comedy show.
I've
a
ever
comedy
heard
show.
in
And
my
her three
life.
friends were looking at me like, you can make that funny, can't you? No, I cannot make that funny. What's my comeback? You're not my type. Are you kidding me? So I look at this woman. I understand it's a delicate situation. So I look at her, I'm like, sweetheart, I get it. What you just said is the most horrific thing that could ever happen to another human being. But what you have to realize is that what you just said is impossible, okay? It's impossible. It can't happen. There's no such thing as midget rape, okay? It does not exist. Now, ladies, if you're in the audience right now and you're one of these people and you're fearing midget rape, just know there is one move you can do. One move you can do that will stop all forms of midget rape. It works 100% of the time. Here's the move. Just,
I'm sorry, something had to have happened. Out of all of the reasons we all collectively as a class, I discussed in my last reaction that I think he mentioned something about the proportions. And I think for me, that's what it definitely stemmed from. Like, I don't know. It's definitely somewhere in the realm of proportions, but this lady being afraid of SA is wild. Like, what? I don't even.
Some of you are waiting for another move. No, that's it. That's all I do. Palm, forehead, bam. Like, you do that, I'm stuck waving. Just,
That's wild.
Oh, wow, Brad, that's insane that you met one person that has achondrophobia. No, I've met quite a few people that have it. It's pretty common, which is weird. I've even met one celebrity that has it.
That's crazy. I felt alone for so long.
Don't worry, I'll tell you who it is. Okay. John Stamos. Yes, that John Stamos. Yeah, he's got achondrophobia. I didn't know that until I did a show with Bob Saget, his co-star from Full House. I did a charity show with him. Saget rolls up to the show with John Stamos and Dave Coulier. They are still all friends, which is awesome.
Rest in peace.
I'm sitting in my dressing room. All of a sudden, Saget bursts into my dressing room and was like, Brad, you have to come meet John Stamos. And I'm sitting there like, well, yeah, I love the show Full House. Uncle Jesse, Jesse and the Rippers, the catchphrase, have mercy. I would love to meet John Stamos. He goes, Brad, you don't get it. Stamos is terrified of little people. Then I know what I must do, Bob Saget. The plan goes into action. Saget runs into his dressing room. He starts talking to Stamos, distracting him. As soon as Stamos turns his back, I know that's my cue. I run in, I see Stamos, I run right up, I grab his leg, I start humping.
No, I call the ambulance. I would have passed out. I would have passed out.
I hate fucking his leg, okay? I'm gonna tell you this right now and understand this. John Stamos screams like a bitch, okay?
He looks like he would. He's so pretty.
Like, just start freaking out. And he starts kicking his leg like that. Like, he starts
like
kicking
it's a dog.
His leg, like I'm some horny cocker spaniel or something.
Look at this little jump.
Because I have little pug arms, and when I latch on, I fucking latch on. So I'm good. I am riding his leg like it's an out-of-control fire hose. Dude, this is the rodeo. I'm surviving for 8 seconds, okay? While this is happening, Saget is on the floor laughing. And then, in a moment that I could not write if you gave me 1,000 opportunities, Dave Coulier walks into the dressing room, sees me humping Stamos' leg, and without missing a beat just goes, hey, Brad, cut it
out. If you know, you know. If you know, you belong here. If you don't, jury's still out on you. And I know that Dave is like recently, I think at the end of last year, was diagnosed with cancer. So God bless him. What a trio, those three. That's funny. What was it? Cut it out. That and have mercy were like the catchphrases of the show. Come on. Oh, nostalgia. All right. I mean, I feel a little vindicated. I must be honest with you guys. I feel vindicated that I'm not the only one. He's saying it's quite common. Why is there no one else in my world that feels this way? And honestly, I guess it's like friends like these, because if Bob Saget is doing it and the girls at the show are doing it, then I guess my best friend is he's a good friend. But I don't know what I would have done if that was something that would have happened to me in real time while I was still really struggling with the phobia. And I don't know. I mean, I really can only attribute it to my best friend just like not caring, and like he literally fart content, little people content. That's all he sends me. That's it. It's on across all platforms. Shout out to you.
A beat just goes, "Hey Brad, cut it out."
Done.
I can die now.
Done. World stop.
This is my life. It's insane. Stuff happens here. Stuff happens when I travel. Stuff happened when I took a trip recently to Brazil. I went to Brazil for the World Cup, and that was amazing. Wow. It was an unreal experience. I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Brazil is scary, okay? It's scary, because I thought it was all like It's not. It's scary. Like, black guys from Detroit are like, "I ain't going to Brazil, motherfucker." I didn't know it was scary until I applied for a Brazilian visa. Then they handed me a pamphlet. This pamphlet said 5 easy steps to survive in Brazil.
Yeah, and isn't Brazil the one where like you have to like show proof that you have like $3,000 in your account before you go over there, just in case like you need to bail yourself out or something? Isn't that like, I have a friend who just did her birthday trip to Brazil in November, and I feel like there was some type of stipulation like that. I mean, South America in general has places where the crime rate, you know, you're dealing with the cartel, you're dealing with all kinds of things. I mean, every place, I guess, essentially. But South America is known for places that have like just like steer clear. I mean, we've seen it all, like the Mexican cartel, like they kidnap people and stuff like that, and nobody likes Americans, so you know, I don't even know why we leave this country at this point.
Pamphlet. This pamphlet said 5 easy steps to survive in Brazil. Yeah, they don't do that when you go to Italy, okay? It would be 1 step. Make sure you wear a helmet when you're on the scooter. Ciao. Like, that would be it.
Ciao.
Not Brazil. Step number 1, make sure at all times you carry on you a fake wallet and a fake cell phone for when you get mugged.
Wow.
Key word there, when you get mugged. Not if, when. This is gonna happen. Step number 2, make sure you blend in. Try not to stand out in any way.
Brad.
How do I blend? This does not blend, okay? I am the world's largest keychain. Do you understand? This doesn't, the only way I'm blending is if I get off the airplane, there's 500 of my people going, that's it. So I go to Brazil, and I got mugged. I did. Yeah, I got mugged.
No, how?
I got mugged
by
at
a
the
kid?
USA-Germany game. I watched the game. I go out to the corner. My friends say, "Hey, Brad, we're gonna go get a cab. Wait here. We'll bring the cab to you." I say, "Fantastic." I'm waiting there. All of a sudden, something long and hard jams into me, and at first I'm kind of like, "Ooh, somebody likes me."
Long and hard.
But I look over. Nope, that's a gun. That's a gun. And the guy goes, "Wallet, phone, now!" But then I realized I read the pamphlet. I have a fake wallet and a fake phone on me. I'm almost excited to be mugged. I'm like, "Oh my God, I've trained for this."
This is not true.
I hand the fake wallet, the fake phone. He takes it. He runs away. My friends see what happened. They run up to me very concerned. "Brad, oh my God, are you okay? We saw what happened. Are you hurt?" I'm laughing the entire time. They're like, "Brad, why are you laughing?" I'm like, "Because I read the pamphlet. I gave him the fake wallet and the fake phone."
You better get in the car before he comes back.
In Brazil, I was really bored. I took the fake phone. I took about 38 pictures of my dick. I did. I was bored one day. I'm like, click, 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 click. I got it. Now I'm just picturing this guy going home. "I got a cell phone. I got a cell." What the fuck? Why does a dwarf have a bigger dick than me? America.
Okay, here's my question. If it can't be too fake of a phone if he took photos with it, so what makes the phone fake? He just went and bought like a burner phone at Walmart for like $10. Either way, it's still a real phone. He can still use it, right? It wasn't a toy phone if he's taking, well, maybe, you know, it is 2025, these kids and their technologies. Oh, Lord. All right. We are going to exit out of this, and I'm going to go to part 4 because that's what you asked me for, to make this longer. So while I do that, you guys just sit tight. All right. Here we go. Ready? And we're back.
It's fun to travel, man. It's fun. Thankfully, I have a cool job where I get to travel for a living, get to perform. And the most rewarding time I ever had in my life was not too long ago. I got to perform in the Middle East for the soldiers. I did a USO tour over there. It was the best. Soldiers are the best audiences. They don't give a crap about political correctness. They just want you to laugh. They want you to be honest. They want you to be true. That means they have to have a good sense of humor. You do a job that serious, you have to have a good sense of humor.
I agree.
I get off the C-130 plane in Afghanistan. Group of 5 soldiers there to meet me. They walk up, like, Mr. Williams, we're so happy you're here. I'm like, fuck yeah, you guys want to laugh, right? They're like, no, you're a midget. We want to do some fun shit with you. Oh. Right, like was there a meeting the day before, like some commanding officers on stage? We have a dwarf coming on base tomorrow. We need some ideas for some fun shit to do. Henderson, what you got? Do we have any large cannons? Good idea, Henderson.
Terrible. Awful.
I ask them, I'm like, guys, what sort of fun shit do you want to do? They say, we want to take you on a Black Hawk helicopter.
No.
I'm like, yes.
No.
I'm going on that. And I tell that to my friends. They're like, Brad, weren't you scared? No. You have to understand who I am, the life I've lived. I'm the guy that when I go to Six Flags, I can't ride half of their shit. And now the US government just said, you see that death machine? Do you want to hop on? Erection. I'm good.
I have never in my life thought I would think of a little person's genitalia as much as I've have had to watching this special. What? Brad, clean it up.
Yeah. So we
hot
go
in
to
here.
fly in a Black Hawk helicopter. Now, before you fly in one of these things, they don't just let you go. They have to put gear on you. They put a helmet and a vest.
They had child-sized
Apparently,
gear.
there's not a lot of midgets in the military. Helmets and vests are not made by Oshkosh. They are not made by Oshkosh. First of all, the guy brings me out a helmet. He assumes that because I'm a little person.
From the looks of it, though, he has a regular-sized torso. And this, my friends, is what always, I think, threw me for a loop. It's like they have dumps like a truck in the back, long torsos, and then everything else is just like the head size is quite the size of a large head man. Like, it just throws me for a loop. But I feel like the vest should have fit him pretty well, because look at this vest. He's got a, like, long torso. All right, anyway, sorry. Squirrel.
The midgets in the military. Helmets and vests are not made by Oshkosh. They are not made by Oshkosh. First of all, the guy brings me out a helmet. He assumes that because I'm a little person, I have a tiny head. Wrong. I do not have a tiny head. I have a big fucking head, okay? I don't have dreams. I have movies, okay? So they bring out this little helmet. They're pulling on my head. It doesn't fit. They're pulling it down. It doesn't fit. They have to get an extender strap for the chin and buckle it and buckle it and buckle it. Now the chin fits. That doesn't change the size of the helmet. The helmet is still sitting on top of my head, not protecting shit. It's not even a helmet at this point. It is a war yarmulke. I'm thinking to myself, great, I'm going into a country that has a lot of pissed off Muslims and they dressed me like G.I. Jew. This is gonna go well. Thank you, smart people, for laughing at that joke.
Oh, I'm smart.
Some of you got it. Some of you guys are like, wait, Jews and Muslims don't get along? Kill yourself, all right? End it. Nobody likes you. So now they get the helmet to fit. Now they bring out the vest. Now the vest would be a vest on any one of you nice people. On me,
it wasn't
this
a vest
was a
on
bulletproof moo-moo. Oh. Okay? This thing went down below my knees. Below my knees. And they told me, run to the helicopter. Like, oh, right. I'm going to run to the helicopter. I'm going to look like a badass. I did not look like a badass. I looked like a fucking penguin. Like, I was running like that shit the entire time. 100 yards. 100 yards of this. The only thing that...
Y'all, penguins are my favorite animal of all time. And this man doing a penguin walk just might have made my week. just might have made my week. I feel complete. I'm so happy right now.
I'm going to the helicopter. I'm gonna look like a badass. I did not look like a badass. I looked like a fucking penguin. Like I was running like this the entire time. 100 yards of this. The only thing that was missing.
One more time.
Penguin. Like I was running like that shit the entire time. 100 yards of this. The only thing that was missing was Morgan Freeman narrating the damn thing. And now we see the little people make their way to the Black Hawk helicopter. As I'm running, I trip and fall in the middle of the runway. I know, I could end the joke right there if I wanted to. Dwarf down, hilarious. As I'm laying down, one of the soldiers yells at me, Mr. Williams, you gotta get up. Man. This area is surrounded by snipers. If you stay down, one of them is gonna take you out. Not scared. No, not scared of snipers. 2 reasons. 1, damn near impossible shot, okay? 2, you're not even gonna get the shot off. Could you imagine? You're a sniper, you're up in the hills, been there for days, you're scanning for the enemy, and all of a sudden you come across me? You're just up there like, okay, where the American, I kill the American, where the American, I kill the American, where the American, I kill the American. Oh.
He does great impressions.
Ahmed, get the fuck over here right now, Ahmed. Ahmed, get the fuck over here right now. You have no...
But Americans aren't little people cross ethnic boundaries, right? Like, they have little people in every country. Am I wrong?
Idea what I'm looking at right now, Ahmed. No idea. If I were to describe to you what I am looking at right now, I would only be able to describe it as happiness. I'm looking at happiness right now, Ahmed. When I die, fuck the 72 virgins. I want one of those. So now I get up, make my way to the Black Hawk helicopter. Now, Black Hawk helicopter is about yay high, all right? I can't get in that. I'm wearing the moo-moo vest. I can't. I look at the soldier, I'm like, hey bro, can you help me out? He says, no problem. Pulls a lever, little handicap helper step, flies out. Sweet. Except for the helper step was about that freaking high. Still can't get in. I'd asked this soldier to do something that I swore, as a little person, I would never ask anyone to do, ever. I look at him like, all right, bro, you're gonna have to toss me. And the smile he got on his face, like, this is what I signed up for!
This is why I joined the army.
And he grabs me, and he could just throw me in real quick. We would have been done, but no. He had to enjoy himself. He picks me up, he just goes, 1, 2, asshole! He finally picks me up, he tosses me in, I get in, sit down, buckle up, good to go. But before we start flying, pilot turns around. Pilot has a little speech for us. And this is the speech that I hear right before I take my first helicopter flight in Afghanistan. Pilot looks at us and goes, all right, Mr. Williams, this is Bagram Air Force Base, Afghanistan. Some shit goes on here. We don't anticipate anything to happen, but something might happen, and we do have to prepare you for such a scenario. What sometimes occurs, these particular helicopters, they get fired upon by something called an RPG, rocket propelled grenade. You might know it as a bazooka. If this is to happen, you'll hear the words fire in the hole, followed by our machine gunner on board return fire. If you hear our gun go off, it is no longer a combat simulation. It is a real-life war scenario with real-life consequences. We'll do everything in our power to keep you alive. We'll do some evasive maneuvers. You're curled up in a fetal position. You'll be fine.
He did that so well. It was like a monologue.
I stopped listening after you said bazooka. Now I'm scared. Now I'm terrified. But I can't show fear. I'm on a helicopter with a bunch of 18 and 19-year-old badass Marines. I can't be a 30-year-old man like, I don't think this is a good idea. I can't do that. So I'm like, all right, Brad, just shut up. Try to be cool. I'm glad I had that attitude. Because we took off.
This story is real. He's dead serious.
We start flying over the base. Soldiers are describing the base to me, the function of the buildings. I'm cracking jokes. They're laughing. We're having a great time. Then we flew outside of the base. And you want to know what happens? When a Black Hawk helicopter flies outside of the base, you have to test fire the machine gun to make sure it works. They didn't tell me that. No. They told me, hear the gun go off, kiss your ass goodbye. That's
right,
what I heard.
Right.
So we get outside the base, out of nowhere, you just hear, fire in the hole!
This is how I feel about, like, being on the airplane. My daughter and I had to take a flight last week. And she inquired about why she wasn't allowed to sit in the empty exit row in front of us. And instead of just answering her question, I had her raise her hand and ask the flight attendant. We're in the realm of like trying to teach her how to speak up for herself. And, you know, if you have a question, you want to ask, you know, and I'm not team like, because I said so. So she asked the flight attendant, and the flight attendant explained to her, you know, you have to be at least 15 years old because if something happens, you have to be able to help people. And she goes, 15? That doesn't like sound like, you know, she just was confused by that. But she also got a life lesson. This is how I feel, right? Like you get the like rundown every flight. Delta has videos. Other flights still have the flight attendants that have the little bag with the buckle and the life vest and all that stuff. Anyway, they give you all these instructions, but the minute ish goes down, who's actually retaining any of those instructions? Not the people in the exit row, not the people in front of them, not me, the one behind them. No one. It's just like, God bless. And especially with everything going on in aviation right now, my goodness. Because what? I don't know.
I had my first period right there on the damn head.
I wasn't expecting that.
I had my first period right there on the damn head.
Rad. Please.
I was looking around like I hope Kotex comes in camouflage. This is a heavy flow day. I had fun there, man. I had fun. I learned a lot. I thought we only had American troops over there. Not the case. We have a lot of different soldiers from a lot of different countries over there. I got to meet and talk to these brave young men and women. And oh man, ladies, now I know what you mean when you say you love accents, because, yeah. I talked to this one British soldier for like an hour, and I'm just staring at him like, don't ask, don't tell. And it was that sexy British accent, that South London Jason Statham type British accent. Oh my God, ladies, you could be on a date tonight, but if some guy taps you on the shoulder, you turn around and all you hear is, hey, I was looking at you from across the room. I thought to myself, there's a pretty good looking bird right there. Let me tell you what, I'll go BMW 325R, park right outside. We can go out there, shaggy roll in the back here, 30 minutes. That's why they call me the transporter, bitch. Hey. By the way,
he's so good.
Guys, I just preheated every oven in the room. You're welcome. That's a sexy accent. Now, just because you have an accent, not think it is automatically sexy. There's a hierarchy to these things, okay? British, up here. Australian, up here. Indian. Not the same.
He said it, not me.
Ladies, you're not going to have the same reaction if you turn around and all you see is, excuse me, my little delicate desert flower. I was looking at you from across the room, and might I say, you are so exquisitely beautiful that if you were to be in my country, you would be more sacred than a cow.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I would like to do some bad things to you. I would. If it were up to me, I would take you home, split your legs, and I would eat you like curry. Yes, I would like to do. Well, I cannot talk dirty to a woman just because I'm Indian. Let me tell you something. I can talk dirty. I will say some filthy things. I want to bend you over, grab your hair, then whisper something soft and sexy in your ear like, who's your customer service representative? Who's your customer service representative? You want me put on hold? I will put you on hold. The only good part is that once he finishes up, he's like, thank you, come again. Like,
oh my God. I'll see y'all in part 5. Go and have the day you deserve. Bye.